Aloha no in the haumana. We're here with Sol Kaho'ohalahala at Lahaina, Maui, looking across the Auau Channel to his home island of Lāna'i. He's offering an oli that he wrote for his island.
E o mai ke kaunoa o Lāna'i mua. He leina ni ke au o halea ka la. Ulua e na ka pōhue ma kai olohia. Ka hale ka malu I ka makani ka loi. Ho ulu mai I mua me ka nani puale. E kono me ke kaunoa e puli ki ia. He me ka eu Ave pio na ohia, alohi lohi I kaika, moi hola ka pohue hue, moi ana malalo o ka la, poi ka noe, mahana ke kaunoa, ka ulu vehi ana make ka hakai, mai kai olohia ka laihi I lopa I laila ma kana laho leo kanani ka mahele e hano na inoa na po e o nanai me I kai ka ho o kahi e ke aloha pau o leo ke kaunoa. Ei noa no, ke kaunoa o Lāna'i mua.
And I'm here with a kupo ka'aina of Lāna'i, Sol Kaho'ohalahala, to share a little bit more about his aina. Aloha, brother.
Hi, aloha.
Mahalo to see you. Can you tell us a little bit about the mele and oli and the things that make Lāna'i special?
Yeah, you know, on Lāna'i, our island flower is kaunoa. And there's a story that I wrote in a mele that describes how the kaunoa lives on the shorelines of Lāna'i. And the other plant is the pohuehue. The pohuehue covers the shorelines of Lāna'i, and then finally she sends up her purple blossoms. And only after that time that she's just about to seed will the kaunoa now sprout from the ground, and she's gonna attach herself to the pohuehue vine. And then for a time, the two of them will lay under the sun, drenched in the mist of this ocean spray. And then finally, the kaunoa is gonna start to flower and seed. And when she does that, the pohuehue will go to sleep. And then for a time, the shoreline will be covered just with the orange kaunoa. And then finally, when kaunoa is seeded and she's dropped her seeds in the sand, the two of them will go to sleep. And then there'll be no more on the shorelines
so
until
it's like
the next rain.
It's like a cycle.
A cycle, yeah.
Now you say kaunoa. I've heard kaunoa where I'm coming from, where I come from. Is there a different pronunciation in your island of Lāna'i?
On the island of Lāna'i, our tutus would always say kaunoa when talking about the island flower. So those who come to visit us would say kaunaoa, but our tutus would say kaunoa.
Oh, that's a good point. I should tell our haumana. When you travel around the islands, you're going to hear different pronunciations of different words and places, and that's perfectly cool. Make sure you be respectful to them. So the kaunoa, I wanted to speak about the kaunoa. Does it root itself in the ground? How does it actually grow?
The kaunoa is a daughter vine, so it's a long strands, and it doesn't have roots.
Oh, it doesn't have roots.
So the kaunoa will wrap herself around the leaves and the stems of the pohuehue, and then she'll get all of her nourishment from the pohuehue. And then when she gets her nourishment away, the pohuehue is gonna go to sleep or die back.
Oh, okay.
And then when there's no more pohuehue, kaunoa is gonna go to sleep and die back.
Okay.
Now the timeliness that if the next rain comes, the pohuehue must sprout from the sand first, so that she can complete her cycle of flowering and seeding.
Wow.
And only then will the kaunoa sprout and then attach.
That's beautiful. That's an interesting thing for Lāna'i.
Yeah.
What about the places in Lāna'i? Can you share a little bit about the places?
Yeah. Now we know that the kaunoa was growing along the shorelines at Kai'olohia, and it's the the area with the rough seas and the blowing winds. And then we find it at Kalaihi, and that's a place where the story of Kaho'ohalahala is known for.
Wow.
And then we find it at a place directly across from us at Lopa.
Lopa.
Yeah.
And then, I look across and I see all these islands. Lāna'i must have an excellent vantage point to see many different things around it because it's sort of surrounded.
Right.
Is there a particular place that is a good lookout point?
Well, from the island of Lāna'i, if you stand in the center, there's a hill or a pu'u that's called Pu'u Lāna'i Hawai'i. And if you stand on that hill, you can see the two mountains of Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. You can see the island of Kaho'olawe.
Oh, wow.
And then if you come to the summit, the highest part of Lāna'i called Lāna'i Hale, then you can see the islands of Kaho'olawe, Maui, Molokai, and Oahu.
Wow, what a view, what a view. So it's called Pu'u Lāna'i Hawai'i. So Pu'u and then Lāna'i Hawai'i.
Hi.
Wow, that's so awesome. Well, thanks for sharing a little bit about your island. I know I learned a lot, and I'll see all of you folks the next time. Aloha.
Aloha.